Special contest to launch the 2008 season of Brain of Britain, we join Robert Robinson.
Brain of Brains 2008. A nationwide general knowledge contest chaired by Robert Robinson.
Hello again. Let me welcome you to the oldest quiz show of them all, a genuine antique, and I speak as one myself. We plunge in at the deep end to find our brain of brains. It sounds a mite surgical, in a way, but it is a very much coveted prize. The contenders are the three most recent Brain of Britain champions. They are Mark, by the way, a systems analyst from Swindon, the 2007 champion, Pat Gibson, a computer software developer from Wigan, the 2006 champion, and Christopher Hughes, a train driver now retired from Crewe and the 2005 champion. The rules are few, 5 right in a row, and you get an extra mark. 10 seconds for inspiration to strike, signalled by this bell. Once a valued accessory on Lord Reith's ice cream cart. I'm getting excited already. It's the reigning Brain of Britain champion, Mark, by the way, who starts us off. Mr. By the way, in the controversial 2008 elections in Zimbabwe, can you give us the names of both the ruling party and the main opposition party which refused to contest the subsequent so-called runoff?
Pass. No, pass.
Are you quite sure, sir?
I know the two people, but not the parties.
Oh, Mr. Gibson's light is on.
ZANU-PF and the Movement for Democratic Change.
Well done, sir. Well done. Now, it's Mr. Gibson's turn. The girl, this is a quotation, the girl doesn't, it seems to me, have a special perception or feeling which would lift that book above the curiosity level. That was part of a publisher's rejection letter about which now much lauded book written during the Second World War.
Gone with the Wind.
No. Mr. By the way?
Anne Frank's Diary?
Yes. Well done, sir. And now we come to Mr. Hughes. A BBC television adaptation of the novel The Number One Ladies Detective Agency was the final film of which highly regarded British director who died very young in 2008.
Anthony Minghella.
Correct, sir. Well done. And you again, if you will, rising to 992 metres in height, Sir Ger Alistair is the highest Scottish peak not actually on the mainland. On which Scottish island will you find it?
Skye.
Yes. The cartoon adventures of Asterix the Gaul, which have been translated, published around the world, are the work of two Frenchmen. The text is by René Goscinny, and the drawings are by whom?
Monsieur Uderzo.
Indeed, you're right. A 10th century Viking hoard, described by the British Museum as the most important find of its type for 150 years, was discovered in Yorkshire in January 2007 by a father and son using metal detectors. The hoard is officially known by the name of the nearest town to the site of the find. Which town is that?
Knaresborough?
No. Anyone have a go? Mr. Gibson?
Ripon?
No. Now, Mr. By the way.
Harrogate.
Harrogate is right! And I may say this, Max Beerbohm overheard one elderly lady saying to another in very sepulchral tones, "Well has Mildred cause to remember Harrogate." And I suppose it's the contrast between what was implied and the utter innocence of the town itself, which pleased him. I'll give you the scores. Mr. By the way has 2, Mr. Gibson has 1, and Mr. Hughes has 3. Now we begin with Mr. By the way again. Which building in London, designed by Edward Mountford and surmounted by a sculpture by F.W. Pomeroy, stands on the site of Newgate Prison?
The Old Bailey?
Yes. Assuming none of the letters sits on a bonus square, how many points would you score in standard English language Scrabble for the word snow?
7.
You're right, sir. 7. Oh, everyone plays Scrabble. Everyone thought they knew that. Yes, well done. The severely endangered Philippine eagle belongs to the genus Pithecofaga, a name which suggests that it feeds on what?
Fish.
Nope. Mr. Hughes?
Monkeys.
You're quite right, sir. Monkeys. And I'm informed here that, in fact, monkeys form only a small proportion of its usual diet. I suppose they pig out on caviar, mostly, probably, or something like that. Now, whose turn? It's Mr. Gibson. Which lawyer, born in 1969, became director of the civil rights organisation Liberty in 2003?
Shami Chakrabarti.
Yes, indeed. The eagle, often seen supporting church lecterns, is the symbol of which of the evangelists?
Mark.
No. It's about 3-1 chance now, isn't it? Yeah. Mr. Hughes.
Luke.
No. 2-1. Mr. By the way.
Matthew.
No. St. John is the answer. Now we're at Mr. Hughes, and his question is this. What's the common name for the curved knife or dagger traditionally used by Gurkhas with its sharp edge usually on the concave side?
It's a kukri.
It is. In which US state is Fort Knox, the site of the United States Bullion Depository?
That's in Kentucky. Kentucky.
Quite right. In the 1951 film Coming Round the Mountain, which pair of comic actors embark on a treasure hunt which culminates in their arrest at Fort Knox?
Abbott and Costello?
Yes. What 3-word title is shared by David Hendy's History of Radio 4 and the 2002 autobiography of Sir David Attenborough?
I had to pass on that one.
Oh, dear. Mr. By the way?
Life on Earth?
No. Mr. Gibson, your go?
Life on Air.
Yeah, it is.
Correct. Life on Air. And the scores are now these. 3 to Mr. Gibson, 4 to Mr. By the way, and 7 to Mr. Hughes. Now we start with Mr. By the way again. Mr. By the way, 2 cities have been named as European capitals of culture for 2008. One, as we all know, is Liverpool. But which other non-EU city also holds the title?
Stavanger.
Oh, that was so quick. Does anyone else know? Hands up. No, I'm not. I'm only teasing. I think that's very clever, Mr. By the way. And I may say, wasn't it of Stavanger that someone who didn't really like the place said the citizens walk about with their hands in their pockets because they're ashamed their fingers aren't all of the same length. Oh, rude. Very rude. And it's your turn again. I'll have to take a run at this word. The Zoopraxographical Hall, oh, well done me, established by Edward Muybridge. No, Edward Muybridge. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hughes. How kind of you to correct me. It's much appreciated. Anyway, that hall, established by you-know-who, at the 1893 Chicago World's Exposition, was one of the earliest examples of which type of amenity?
Well, it's to do with photography, if that helps. A early filmic type thing.
I think that's close enough, unless I am Overruled? Yeah. It says cinema here, but what you said was the equivalent.
Thank you.
The French opera director Laurent Pelly scored successes at the Royal Opera House Covent Garden in 2007 with productions of La Fille du Régiment and L'Élysée d'Amore, both written by which 19th century composer?
Donizetti.
You're right. In May 2008, which high-profile British chef opened a restaurant on Sunset Strip in Hollywood to add to existing restaurants at Claridge's in London, in Dubai, in New York, and in County Wicklow?
Gordon Ramsay.
Yes, it was. What is the literal meaning from the Greek of the word comet?
Well, it's about tresses of hair. It's hair, tresses.
I think that'll do us. Yes, long-haired and 5 in a row. Well done. And we move on to Mr. Gibson. Luke Howard, a pharmaceutical chemist and Fellow of the Royal Society, who died in 1864, is best remembered for classifying and naming what?
Cloud types.
You're right. Fern owl, churn owl, and jar owl are popular names. Don't sound terribly popular to me, but they're popular names for which nocturnal bird?
The nightingale.
No. Mr. Hughes?
The nightjar. Or
The nightjar.
Goatsucker.
Yes, indeed. Well done. And now it's your turn. According to Isaac Asimov's 1950 novel, I, Robot, what, roughly stated, is the first law of robotics?
Never to harm a human being.
Yes, that'll do us. It goes on a bit, or allow a human being to come to harm, but you have the essence of it there. Who or what is most likely to suffer from the disease known as dollar spot?
A plant of some sort, but more than that I don't know.
Oh, that won't do. Mr. By the way?
Grapes, grapevines.
No. Mr. Gibson?
Tobacco.
No, it's grass. It's a fungal disease affecting lawns. And that's the end of the round. Let me tell you the scores. We have 4 for Mr. Gibson. We have 9 for Mr. Hughes and 10 for Mr. By the way. Now, we're about halfway through our quiz, and at this point it's time for what we call Beat the Brains, in which our contestants put their heads together. And we're about to give them a pair of questions sent by a Brain of Britain listener. On this occasion, the questions come from Professor Richard Edwards in Connecticut in the USA. And remember, if he manages to stump you on either of his questions, a book token, a whole book token, will be his. Professor Edwards asks, and I hope you'll confer, can you name 4 consecutive summer Olympic venues which begin with the same letter?
It's the M's, isn't it? It's going to be Montreal, Moscow, yeah. So it's Munich, Montreal, Moscow, and what was the next
Mexico City.
Mexico City. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds good.
68, 72, 76, 80. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
On you go, mate.
That's all right. Yeah, you're on telly, mate. Go
Well,
on.
I've got the hour, man.
Mexico.
Oh, come on, don't be backward, chaps.
As Mexico, Montreal, Moscow, Munich.
Well done. Yes, indeed. Well, he fell at the first fence, did the professor, but now he might get you with this. In which 4 sports has Great Britain won gold medals at the Winter Olympics?
Well, we won at, obviously, at bobsleigh, didn't we? And we won at figure skating. Ice dancing, figure skating, are 2 different ones, and bobsleigh. Right, now we've got 1 more to get. Yeah. We've also won at, originally, not curling. It is curling. I think it was originally 1924 or 19...
Is this a speech?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was curling, figure skating, ice dancing, and what was it? Oh, bobsleigh.
I don't think you... Oh, bobsleigh is fine. Yeah. But I don't think ice dancing will do us, will it? No. Jorkins shakes his flinty Visage. No, he won't have it. It's ice hockey.
Ice hockey. Oh.
So, by the quaint rules of this, of our Beat the Brains, although you got one, the professor got another, and so he gets his book token and this round of applause. Now, Mr. By the Way, we have a question about music. We hear the music, listen, and a question follows. Well, that, as you evidently knew, everyone knows, part of the incidental music composed by Grieg for Ibsen's play Peer Gynt. It accompanies the dance of the daughter of a Bedouin chieftain whom Peer Gynt tries to seduce. What is her name?
Anitra.
Well done, sir. Oh, yes. Christopher Sly, a drunken tinker, appears in the early scenes of which play by Shakespeare?
Taming of the Shrew.
Well done, sir. Taming of the Shrew is right. Taking the international date line as the extreme, which city contains the world's most easterly Test cricket ground?
Wellington.
No. Nearly out of time. Can the others do it? Yes, Mr. Gibson.
Napier?
Napier is quite right, which is in New Zealand. Yes, yes, do. Now, Mr. Gibson, Praise of Folly and the Handbook of the Christian Knight are major works by which 16th century scholar?
Erasmus?
Yes. The former Soviet Republic of Tajikistan, which declared independence in 1991, has which city as its capital?
Bishkek?
No. Mr. By the Way?
Dushanbe.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely, sir. Dushanbe is right. Now we go to Mr. Hughes. Which dancer and choreographer, the chief choreographer to the Ballet Russe from 1909 to 1914, worked with Diaghilev to create the Stravinsky ballets, The Firebird and Petrushka?
Nijinsky.
No. Mr. Gibson?
Petipa?
No. Now, Mr. By the Way, have a crack at it.
It's got a French-sounding name. Pass.
You don't know. The answer is Mikhail Fokine. Yes. Whose turn is it now? No, it's nobody's turn. It's for me to tell you what the scores are. And they are these. 6 to Mr. Gibson, 9 to Mr. Hughes, 13 to Mr. By the Way. Mr. By the Way, a notorious French penal colony established by Napoleon III off the coast of French Guiana was in use for nearly a century. Its inmates included Alfred Dreyfus and the novelist Henri Chavier. What's it called?
Devil's Island.
You're right. Between 1959 and 1990, the flag of the German Democratic Republic, the old East Germany, depicted 3 objects symbolizing different forms of labor. Can you give us any 2 of them?
Probably not, but...
Pluck a few out of the air.
Certainly
again.
a sickle, or a scythe, and labour. A wheel.
No. Mr. Hughes?
Well, there was a hammer and a sort of set square type thing, or a pair of compasses.
That's true.
Quite right. Well done. Now, Mr. Gibson, which flamboyant American soul music performer, sometimes nicknamed Dr. Funkenstein, was the leader of the successful groups Funkadelic and Parliament?
George Clinton.
You're right. Yes. Not many people know that. The Parliament of Fowls, a poem of about 700 lines describing a dream vision in which birds of all ranks gather to choose their mates, is an early work of which major English poet?
Milton.
No. Now, lads, snatch one out of the air. Don't shake your head, Mr. Hughes. It's so demoralising when I see you do it.
Spencer?
No. Mr. By the Way?
Done.
No. Geoffrey Chaucer is the answer. Well, well. Now it's Mr. Hughes. The Broch, B-R-O-C-H, you nod your head as though you're very familiar with the dialect. The Broch of Musa, the Midhow Broch, and the Broch of Gurness are among the landmarks of Orkney and Shetland. What is a Broch?
It's a round stone tower.
Yes, it is. It is something like that, as it says here. So-called cockcrow stones can be found at Looe in Cornwall and at Ashover in Derbyshire. According to tradition, what happens to them when the cock crows?
They spin round.
Correct. What title, probably meaning successor to the Prophet, was first given to the 7th century Islamic ruler Abu Bakr after the death of Muhammad?
He was the Caliph.
Yes. The factory at Bhopal in central India, at which a leak of the poisonous gas methyl isocyanate killed thousands of people in the 1980s, was owned by which American company?
Union Carbide.
It was. In mathematics, if the first term of the Fibonacci sequence is the number 1, what is the 5th term? Don't tell me you're not up on the Fibonacci.
11.
No, not 11. Mr. By the Way?
8.
No. Now's your chance, Mr. Gibson.
5.
5 is right. They can't do simple addition, it seems, but Mr. Gibson certainly can. Each term is produced by adding the previous two, so it goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 20, and so on. I think if there were a most boring information contest, that might take the prize. And now let me tell you the scores. 8 to Mr. Gibson, 14 to Mr. By the Way, and 14 to Mr. Hughes. Now then, we approach our final round. Mr. By the Way, according to the calculations of James Ussher, Archbishop of Armagh, published in his Annals of the World in 1654, the world was created at 6 p.m. on Saturday, October the 22nd. Sounds like the listing of a teleprogram, doesn't it, really? In which year?
4004 BC.
Well done, you're well up in all that. Good. The letters of St. Paul to the Galatians, the Ephesians, and the Colossians were all written to locations now found in which modern-day country?
Turkey.
You're right. The earliest surviving photograph on paper depicts an oriel window at Laycock Abbey in Wiltshire. Produced it was in 1835 by an English scientist who owned Laycock Abbey at the time. What was his name?
Fox Talbot.
Yes. Medmenham Abbey in Buckinghamshire was the site for the satanic rituals of which 18th century secret society founded by Francis Dashwood?
Hellfire Club.
Yes. What's the common name of the spineless cactus Lophophora williamsii, found in the southwestern United States, which produces pink flowers and contains the hallucinogenic substance mescaline?
It's the agave cactus.
No. Mr. Gibson?
Peyote.
Correct. Peyote is right. Now, Mr. Gibson, it's your turn. We have a little more music, and here it goes.
bones, sleeping in the sun. How'd you expect to get your day's work done? Never get your day's work done. Sleeping in the noonday sun. Lazy bones, sleeping in the shade. How'd you expect to get your cornmeal made? Never get your cornmeal made. Sleeping in the evening shade.
Well, there we had the late George Melly's rendition of Lazy Bones, one of many good tunes written by which American songwriter?
Hoagie Carmichael?
Correct. The Gordon Riots of 1780, led by Lord George Gordon, formed the background to which novel by Charles Dickens?
Little Dorrit?
No. Mr. By the Way?
Barnaby Rudge.
Indeed, you're right, Barnaby Rudge. Now it's Mr. Hughes's turn. Which dance, major examples of which were later composed by Chopin and Ravel, is said to have been invented by the Spanish dancer Sebastian Cerezo in around 1780?
No.
No idea, Mr. By the Way?
Polka.
No. Are you going to have a go, Mr. Gibson?
Mazurka?
No. The bolero is the answer. Well, that brings us to the end of our competition on this occasion. And I'll tell you what the final scores are. Mr. Gibson has 10, Mr. Hughes has 14, Mr. By the Way has 19, and he's the winner. Well, so we congratulate Mr. By the Way, and we'll meet him again next week. Can't be too soon, because it will be the turn of the three most recent Brain of Brains champions, including Mr. By the Way, to compete for the title Top Brain. Until then, I bid you goodbye.
Brain of Brains 2008 was chaired by Robert Robinson and produced by Paul Bajoria.